You made it.
Awesome. Barely.
You're heavy as cement.
We're out here in Ocotillo Wells, which is a section of Anza Borrego for off-roading, and it's basically a giant playground for motorsports. Today we're going to go check out a bunch of popular sites. There's a bunch of really cool geological features out here that we're going to go see as well and show you guys. And then also we've just discovered that there's an arch in like the northeast corner of the park. So yeah, we're excited to see if we can get to it, and hopefully it'll be a good day. We made it to the entrance of the park essentially. So we're heading for what is called Blowsand Hill. It's like the only sand dune, I guess you would say, in the park. So it definitely gets busy on the weekends, everyone challenging themselves trying to make it up. So anyways, yeah, so we have attempted it multiple times and have failed every time.
Different stages.
Yeah, different stages of the truck build. Now that we have the different rims set up, we can actually air down the tires to a much lower PSI without worrying about them coming off the bead. It's a really soft sand hill, and at the bottom there's some really big whoops, so you have to go slow through so it takes all your speed away. So there's the challenge, and
see if we can do it.
yeah, let's fingers crossed we can make it up today and not make fools of ourselves again. So I mentioned earlier about going down to 10 PSI and that we feel comfortable doing that now. So we have the Method bead grip technology rims. So what it is, inside this bead here, there's an extra little lip that holds the tire onto the rim. And that's always the fear of going down too low, is the tire's going to come off the rim and you'll have a flat tire. So the fact that these rims grip the tire, we were able to go down a little bit lower, and it helps with sand driving. Yeah.
First attempt. Here we go. Go, 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 go. You made it!
Barely made it. I think that someone trained for low because losing momentum and power, barely made it to the top.
Okay, I'm gonna ride with you.
Okay. All right, switch it into 4 low.
Boop boop.
Engaged. Get a little bit of a run up. Too. It's really high up.
Yeah. Oh, it's much higher up than it looks.
So we just came up. So, I think that was successful.
Yeah, 4 low.
4 low is the way to go, and still even then it's a steep hill. And really
It's soft sand.
Yeah. Should get on the road. I gotta air up a little bit just to get back onto this regular rocky terrain, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it to finally say we made it to Blowsand.
I know. I can't make it up, can I? Yeah.
You want to try?
Kind of.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah. Let's give it a shot. So we almost made it to the top. Megan did a great job coming up, but I think she let off a little early. because he's still kind of climbing and you have to make this really sharp turn. And now we're stuck in the deep sand. So, there's a solution. So for this, we're going to put them on the front tires first, because essentially we got the front tires to grip up, pull us onto it, and then the rear tires will hit it, so it's a double whammy. And the truck is hot. I can smell it. Hot.
And back in the sand. Also, like, not the best place for me to have stopped, because everybody who's coming up needs to keep their momentum. I think I thought I was to the top. I thought this was the top. Didn't realize that's actually the top. Thank God for Max Tracks. And a Jimmy. Go, go, go! Go, 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 go! Woo! That's the top. Now we gotta go find these bad boys.
Some kind of recovery gear. It worked. Now just recover the recovery gear. All right, good deal. We're on. That was fun.
Okay, so while Jimmy is airing up, I thought I'd show you a little bit of the map, which is super great. You can get at the Ocotillo Wells government site. And essentially it's a map of all the trails, which are labeled out here like streets, which are pretty cool, and some of the major attractions. So I thought I'd just show you real quick where we are, where we're going, and how you follow the map. Pretty easy. Essentially we are here, where we started. You can see Blowsand Hill. We're gonna follow this over, hit this Devil's Slide, which is another obstacle. Then we head over, we continue out on the Shell Reef. Gonna come up, see the pumpkin patch, across. There's supposed to be a cool arch up here that we have never been to. And then back down through here, and then back to camp. So I'm not sure if Jimmy mentioned this, but essentially Ocotillo Wells has been in your backyard since you were a child.
Yeah, I grew up coming out here. I rode dirt bikes as a kid, and all our family friends and stuff had trailers and desert toys, and so we'd come out here almost every weekend.
And then when we got the 4Runner, this was one of the first places we started coming.
Yep.
And then the pandemic hit, so we started coming a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and so this place kind of inspired us to build up the 4Runner. So
yeah, it's definitely the first place I think I've ever driven
off-road.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, so we're really looking forward to today, and I don't know, it's been at least 3 years since we've done this sort of trail of all these cool
it has been a
geological features and whatnot.
All right, so to get to Devil's Slide, if I remember correctly, this mountain kind of next to us, we'll show you in a second, is the peak that Devil's Slide is attached to. And I think to get behind it, or to get on top of it, you have to go behind it. And I think we cut back right here.
Time to go down.
Time to go down. Work our way down the backside and make our way over to Shell Reef, which is the next goal.
Yeah, so what's wild and absolutely blows my mind to think, this whole area, Anza Borrego, was once under sea. I think like 5 million years ago, they say. And even as recent as 300 years ago, this was a freshwater lake. So Reef is here because this is all under the ocean, and there are I think oyster shell fossils and stuff. And it used to be, I want to say it used to be, this whole thing used to be shells. People have taken a lot, so please don't take any. And the last time I read, it was the top 5 feet that had a lot of fossils in it. So we're gonna go up and find it. Go up and see if we can find some fossils.
All right, let's do it.
I think the last time we were here, we opted to get about this far up.
Yeah, it was also very hot.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's nice and cool. It's like, what, a high of like 60 today?
Yeah.
And the wind is pretty chilly.
That desert wind.
But here, give you a little peek on what we're trying to climb.
Neat.
And let me see if I can give you a little angle so you can see. Yeah, that's a better. You can tell how much lean is required to climb this mountain. But at the top it's supposed to be the best, so here we go.
You see the guys on the side? Hanging out the side?
That's cool.
I feel like I'm going so slow.
Whew, made it to the top. Made it to the top. Whew, it's a little bit of a workout. So, not easy to make out, but all these little lines, see here you can see there is a little bit of a frill. All these little lines are all squished together shells.
Here's a little piece that broke off. So you can see the
little
shell.
oyster shell, yeah.
Yeah, a little oyster shell and the sediment.
It's very cool. The clam shells are a little more identifiable, but they're hard to find.
Oh, here's a good.
Here's one.
Look at this one.
This little guy right here. Obviously a little clam shell.
Can I take my jacket off? My turn. These pumpkins are made when like a piece of organic material, be it a shell, seed, stick, something like that, is in the ground, and then when the water comes around and it slowly cements the earth, the sediment, onto the seed and becomes growing like a pumpkin, they say. And then what happened over I don't know, probably millions of years. Essentially, then the wind came and eroded all the sediment around the pumpkins, revealing this pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I think this is one of my most favorite point of interest.
Yeah, it's really unique.
This and the artisan well, which we'll show you in a little bit. But yeah, it's so super cool.
Yeah, it's crazy to think this is just kind of like an off-road playground, but there's just so much else to see out here other than just to go wheeling. You can really just spend all day exploring.